The final thing I'd like to do to this chest is just improve that opening animation so that we can really feel like we've achieved something by opening it. But what you'll see if I click on this animation player is that it's got this little warning here that says imported animation. It says I'm not able to make any changes to this chest because it's all part of an imported GLB file and all the animations have already been baked into it. So what I'm going to add instead of changing this animation is we're going to add some particles. You might have already added some particles if you've made an explosion or if you've made your car go smoky, but particles are added by using the GPU Particles 3D node, which I'm going to create now. And GPU Particles take a draw pass, which is where I put my sphere mesh. I'm just going to color this as a little golden mesh. I'm going to go create a material for it. And it'll be a yellow color, just bright yellow, but we're also going to drag down the roughness to 0 and the metallic up to 1, so we get a kind of a golden ball coming out of our chest. And I might just give it a very small amount of emission as well, so we'll make this color yellow for emission, and it's kind of completely removed the gold color, so I might add just 0.1, maybe 0.2 emission, just to make it a bit brighter. That's looking nice for the ball. I'm now going to add a process material to it. It's our particle process material, where we get all the options to create a whole bunch of copies of this that are going to spring out of our chest like confetti. The first thing I notice is that these particles are way too big to be little bits of golden confetti coming out of our chest, so I'm going to click on particle process material, and in the display section I'm going to change the scale all the way down to 0.1. Get just much smaller little golden nuggets coming out of the chest. Then, of course, we don't want them to go downwards, so I'm also going to change the gravity on them. In the accelerations section, I've got an option to change gravity from the default gravity of minus 9.8 to some kind of positive number, and we'll get those moving upwards instead. 3 looks like it might be a bit too dramatic, so I'm going to try gravity of 1 on my particles, and that hasn't done very much. In fact, I don't want all of them going straight up, so the other thing I'm going to change is the initial velocity, the velocity that they have when they spawn in, and all of the starting settings for my particles are in this spawn section, including velocity, and I'm going to set this initial velocity to just 1. You can see there all of them are 45 degrees around the x-axis, so I'm going to change the direction of this starting velocity to use the y-axis. I'm setting x to 0 and 1 to y. That looks quite nice. I could probably have them spread out a little bit more, change that from 45 to say 90 degrees. We get some nice spread out particles. And that's probably all I need to do for this animation. That looks pretty nice. That tells me that I've opened the chest and I'm really happy about it. So I'm going to save this now. I'm also just going to go back to the animation player and play our close animation so that the chest is closed when I play my game. And and then I better turn off the emission for these gold particles until I open the chest. So I'm going to go back to GPU particles. I'm going to untick this box that says emitting, and then all my particles have stopped emitting. I'll save that, and I'll go to my script, get a reference to GPU particles, and then when I open the chest and I'm doing all these other things, I'm going to start those GPU particles emitting by writing GPU particles.emitting equals true. That should be that. Now when I open the chest, I should get a bunch of gold particles coming out of it. We've got our closed chest, it's locked, I grab a key, I hit E to open, and it spawns a bunch of gold particles. It should have also given me a score of 5, but it didn't. Why didn't it give me a score of 5? It just took a second. There we go. Why did it take a second? I didn't update the score label. Well, while we're here, since we've had this chest for 2 videos, why don't we update that score label? So our final little bonus feature for this video is going to be going to the main scene and getting a reference to our score label, which should be drilling down from /root/main. And then making sure that when we update the score, we also update the score label text. Just say score plus string body dot score. And now we'll actually get 5 points for collecting this chest. Collect the coin, open the chest, we get our awesome little confetti, and we get a score of 5. That's this video done.